Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good evening. I hope you like dreaming. I'm actually in a guest bedroom this morning, chatting. We might go outside here in a little bit, but I figured I'd hop on again this morning and say hello. Like I said, I can't promise how much I'm going to chat on here, but I can definitely do it whenever I feel bored. And I told you all yesterday morning that I took a social media break. So since I took a social media break, I guess maybe this will take the place of it. What's up, y'all? I'm in my guest bedroom this morning because my kids had a slumber party downstairs where we still have, when we very first got my kids, we were in that one bedroom apartment. So we got this big mat. It's like this, one of the memory foam kind of mattress things. It's like this thick. And they slept on that for the longest time on the living room floor. And we still have it. Why, I don't know. But every now and then, they'll have like a little slumber party where we pull that thing out and they'll sleep downstairs and watch TV and have popcorn, and they're asleep in the living room floor. So I don't want to make a whole bunch of noise. But I wanted to hop on and say hello to everybody. This is actually one of my favorite rooms of the house. It's nestled away in the back corner of the upstairs, down the hall, and the view outside is beautiful. But anyway, how's everybody doing? What's up, Carolyn B? What's happening? You on the road? Coming back from Maine? On the road again? On the road again? That's funny. I just dreamed about Maine last night. That's weird. That's weird. I just dreamed I was in Maine last night. I dreamed I went to the car wash that I worked at. Wow. Y'all are experiencing something interesting. My dreams are just not coming back to me. Since she said Maine, I dreamed that I was in Maine last night, and I went to the car wash that I used to work at and talked to the boss and just kind of thanked him, like, I miss the good old days. It was cool working here, and I'm pretty successful now, and I'm sure he probably knows that in real life, but I don't know. On my path to be self-employed, I've told a lot of you, one of the very first things I started doing before I ever even tried to be self-employed was I started getting close with and making friends with successful business owners so that I could like link up to them and see how you look at the world and how you look at money and how you know what I'm saying? To look at, because I never did that before. Everybody I always knew was just like me, just worked, made very little money. And we had that employee type of mentality. And to be self-employed, obviously, it's a totally different mentality. And and he took me under his wing. And pretty much over the year and a half that I worked there, kind of taught me everything that he knew about business and owning a business and all that good stuff. And yeah, it's cool that you mentioned that. Anyway, though, what? A stomach ache? That's no good. You ran a marathon? I swear to God, it feels like I ran a marathon, y'all. Oh my God. I'm still like that workout I did on Friday. I'm gonna tell you what, right now, pre-workout is about to start becoming my best friend. Pre-workout is starting to become my best friend. I laid off of it for a little bit because it kind of feels a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. If you ever take pre-workout, it makes your skin tingle. Feels like you're getting poked by a bunch of little needles, But it's gonna start becoming my best friend to go through these workouts. Magical room, there you go. That's what, and right across over here is the workout room I was telling y'all about yesterday morning. And we hung, my tapestries that I used to be behind in my videos? We took all those old tapestries and hung them up on the wall in that room over there in the workout room. Here, I'll show y'all real quick. Hang on. I'll show you my workout room. The room I was telling you about yesterday morning. I gotta be quiet though, because Leah's down the hall asleep. That's my workout room. And there's my cat. So, yeah, I got all my tapestries on the wall right here. What you doing up here, boy? What you doing up here, boy? Anyway, this is where I get my stuff done here at home. My workout. Oh yeah, that tapestry, remember that one? There's my front door. Anywho, yeah, so, yeah, that's my little workout room. That's where I get my workouts done at home when I'm not at the gym. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, that cat finally came around. It took him forever because the story, I don't really remember exactly when. Of course, it was last October. We said, let's go get a cat. Let's go get a cat. Me and Leah wanted a cat. So we went to PetSmart in Bullhead City and got that cat. That one was the first one that I picked. I was like, man, I want to get this black and white cat. You all may remember the chat. Me and Leah came on live and was chatting, and we couldn't find him anywhere. It's like, where did he disappear to? Where did he go? And it turned out he went to the kitchen. He was a little kitten at the time when we first got him a year ago. He went into the kitchen up under the cabinets, you know, up under the ledge of the cabinet. He found this little hole about this big, you know, that wasn't in one of the cabinets. It was just a space in the cabinet. And he climbed his little ass up in there and just sat there scared. And he's been a little scaredy cat ever since we first got him. So when we first went to PetSmart, it was him and the other cat were the only two there in the little glass case. So we were like, man, he's lonely. He needs, I guess that's his brother, you know. I think they're from the same litter. So we went back the next day and got the other one. And when we moved into this house though, dude, he was horrified, terrified. I think because this house echoes, you can probably hear, you know, because the walls are, you know, there's just so much room, so much space, all the echoing and the booming noise. He would constantly hiding in cabinets. We'd never see him. He wouldn't come out and eat, I don't think. He finally started coming back around a couple of weeks ago, you know? So that's good. That's good. Because, like I said, we did that one video thinking about giving him away. We were like, is he too scared in this house? And, yeah, he's finally coming back around, though. Would we get a dog? I mean, every now and then she's starting to say, babe, I want a dog. But then we get to thinking about it and we're kind of like, I don't know. I mean, there's several different reasons. I'm not really a dog person to begin with. I mean, but also too, it would be too messy to clean up. Out back, we have a little golf course in our backyard. And we have like this fake grass. The grass out back is fake. And I just don't know where it would go to the bathroom. I wouldn't want to like, I wouldn't want to deal with all that, you know? Like, see, the thing about cats is they're real independent and they're not needy. Well, these cats get kind of needy sometimes, every now and then, but like, I don't know. Dogs have just, I've never really been big on, not really. Yeah, we got fake, because we live here in the desert, so we got fake grass out there. And man, that shit gets hot in the sun, boy. But yeah, I've just kind of always been, actually, I was never even really a cat person until I lived in Maine. I was, we got two kittens. This pregnant cat just walked up to our porch and went into labor. So we put her in a box and then took her inside and let her have the kittens. And we ended up giving them all away except for two. And yeah, I became a cat person. Like I fell in love with them at that point. But dogs, not quite so much, you know, not quite so much. I don't know. It sounds horrible, but I think dogs are kind of annoying. Dogs kind of annoy me a little bit. Not your dog. Like if I came to your house, you know, I would definitely love on your dog and hey, what's up, you know, but like to have one as my own, like I had a dog. My grandpa got a dog shortly after my grandma died. My grandma would never let my grandpa get a dog. So after she died, he got this dog. And so I have had a dog before. I don't know. They just annoy me. And when I can't, like one thing that it took me forever to get over is when you're eating. Oh my God, dude, when you're eating and the dog just sits there and stares at you. You know, they just do this while you're eating. Oh my God. It's like, get this fucking dog away from me, dude, you know? Oh, it drives me nuts. I'm like, this dog will not stop staring at me. I can't eat. I can't do anything without this dog just, you know, like. So I'm not like there's no animal on this planet that I dislike, really. You know, I love all the life on this planet. But as far as me and my home, I don't really care to have a dog. Not really. And Leah every now and then says, well, she'll be like, because she's the same way. She looks at it the exact same way that I do. But every now and then she'll be like, babe, I want a cute little Pomeranian or something like that. And then we'll get to talking about it. And she's like, yeah, no, never mind. Never mind. I wouldn't want the responsibility, you know. Cats, fucking, not really a whole lot of training. Cats are like so insanely intelligent. You don't really need to train them anything. Like my 2 kittens in Maine, it blew my mind how, I mean, these are brand new little kittens. I helped deliver them. I had on rubber gloves and I helped the mama cat have the cat. So they're brand new baby cats. They watched their mom use the litter box one time and they started using the litter box. Swear to God, you didn't have to train them, nothing. Like they just saw their mom go to the litter box and then, okay, well, I guess that's where I go to the bathroom. And they just immediately knew, you know? So I don't know if I'm just lazy or what, but oh, you got pups? Yeah. Oh, they're cool animals. I don't know. I don't really want the responsibility. Um, they're just kind of annoying. They just annoy me to have one, you know? And so I like my kitties. I like my cats, man. They're cool. They just do their own thing, you know? Yeah, I dig them. So anywho, yeah, that one finally started coming back around. I don't know what he's doing up here, though. I haven't fed him this morning. That's what it is, probably. So he's waiting in that room over there for me to come out. I mean, they free feed. I know some people say that you shouldn't do that. Like our other cat, Taro, he's getting fucking kind of fat. But we do free feed him. But once in the morning and once in the evening, I give him a little treat, you know, like one of them little, comes in a packet. You rip it open and I squeeze it in a bowl. And it's a little wet food shit. And that's kind of like the routine. So that's probably what he's doing over there. He's waiting on that. Anywho, though, we might go outside here in a minute. Maybe. I don't want to wake the kids up. I wake the kids up and they see that I'm on live. They're gonna keep bugging me. You know, my kids want to be YouTubers so bad, dude. Like they're going, Daddy, maybe when I'm 13, can I work on YouTube? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell them. You know, they think it's so cool. They tell everybody, my daddy's a YouTuber. My daddy's a YouTuber, you know? And they think it's so cool. And they want to do it too. And I don't really know what to tell them. I don't want to tell them no. I tell them, well, you can't really make money on YouTube until you're at least 18, I think. I'm pretty sure 18 is the age, you know? I know that recently a lot of those guidelines were switched and there had something to do with kids. Because I know that like there was some kid YouTubers making millions, like millions. And I don't know what happened. I didn't really look too much into it, but anyway, I'm just like, look, not right now. You know, I tell them just you ain't got to worry about all that right now. Not only that, but I don't really think they quite understand how savage the internet can be. You know. That's another thing. I explained to him, you know, there's really mean people on the internet, right? What do you mean, Daddy? I'm like, there are people who make it their life's work. They will sit around and dedicate hours of their day, hours of their life just to try to get you to get pissed off and get angry, you know? And they're like, huh? I'm like, yeah, we call them trolls, basically. Like, you all see them in the comment section. Every YouTuber has them. And they literally are. I have had people that I've never publicized, I've never talked about it publicly, but I have had people make it their life's work to go all over the internet, writing shit about me, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, they're probably watching right now, you know, I guarantee. If you ain't watching right now, one of them will when this playback comes up. And I'm explaining to him, like, there's really mean people on the internet. Do you think you'd be able to handle somebody being really mean to you? You know? I don't think they get it yet, you know? I don't think they get it yet, but they think it's so cool. They think it's so cool. They're like, my daddy's a YouTuber. My daddy's a YouTuber. I want to be like my daddy. And I'm like, okay, well, you never, and who knows what the world's going to be by the time you're old enough to do something like this, you know? So, ooh, my belly's growling. I'm getting kind of hungry. I get hungrier, like now that I'm on this diet. Now that I'm on this diet for my working out, and apparently that's normal. That's what we're going for. He says to cut back on carbs as much as possible and just fill up on protein, and that'll speed your metabolism up. He says by the time you start feeling yourself, you stuff yourself with protein, you're real, you know. So after a while, your body will start accepting that, and you'll start getting hungrier faster because your body is processing it. We're trying to get your metabolism sped up, you know. Like, okay, you know, it's kind of weird. Everything's transforming since I'm doing this, but y'all, I tell you what, I'm in so much pain right now. Oh, I'm in pain. Have a good one, Deanna. Have a good one. Yes, welcome everybody who's tuning in. Probably gonna go. Like I said, I'm in my guest bedroom right now. This right here, we don't have any pillows on this bed right now, but this is the room if you ever come visit me or whatever. There's a TV, there's the Wi-Fi password over there. If you ever come visit me, this is the room you'll have in my house. Basically, anybody who, but we're such hermits, dude. It's funny. We're such hermits. We don't really socialize that much. She's more social than me. But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't say hello if you walked up to me in public. But just in general, I'm really antisocial. I don't make lots of friends. I'm not that guy that like goes out into public and is just friends with everybody. I'm real quiet. I think it surprises people sometimes because I have been recognized in public, you know, and I think people get like when they talk to me, I think they're a little taken aback by how quiet I am in real life. I'm quiet. I don't say a whole lot. It's, you know, I'm kind of reserved and I don't just go out and make a shitload of friends. I would like to. That would be cool. But like I was explaining to Leah yesterday, we were talking about it, and I don't know how to just like, because I can smell a bullshit connection from a mile away, you know? And it's like more often than not, if a stranger comes up and talks to you, I can smell it. It's like I can smell it on you, like the bullshit reeking off of you. Like, you don't give two shits about me or what's going on with me, you know? So really all you're doing is making noise at me to try to distract yourself from your own head. You know, like I just get that immediately. And I hate it. I wish I wasn't like that. I wish I could be that guy that just like, hey, how you doing, yo, blah, 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 blah. You know, and I'm still working on it. I'm way better than I used to be. Way better than I used to be. Used to be, I would get mad. I would get angry. I would legitimately get pissed off if you tried to like talk to me and I didn't know who you were. Like if you just like at the store, like if you at the cash register or whatever, and the cashier just starts striking up conversation with you, you know, that used to piss me off. Like I would get mad. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. I don't know you. You know, I don't get mad anymore. I don't get mad about it anymore. It doesn't make me mad. I entertain it, but I still don't feel like every time somebody comes up and talks to me, I don't feel a genuine connection. Genuine. Like, I see you, you know? I see you. I understand. We're linked up, you know? That's rare. That's very rare. So her parents have come here once and stayed in this room. Leah's parents. Other than that, though, we don't really have guests over. This is the point that I was getting at. We don't really have guests over. Not really. I do think I am going to move to the outside, though. So bear with me here for a second. I'm going to have to be real quiet. I don't want to wake anybody up. I'm going to go downstairs in the YouTube room and get my shoes, and then we're going to try to slowly creep out back so that my kids don't hear. All right. I got you all on a tripod, too, so hang on. Alrighty. We made it safely without waking anybody up. All right. Made it safely to the outback. I'm gonna sit right here. Anyway. Get my tripod set up. There we go. I can dig this little routine in the morning. I can dig this. That was funny. Yeah, I don't want to wake anybody up. I like my alone time in the morning. I like my alone time in the morning. It's very important to, like solidify some time dedicated to alone time, you know? And I do every morning. I'm always the first one up. It makes me feel kind of bad sometimes because, I don't know. I mean, Leah gets her alone time whenever she wants it, you know, but she doesn't really seem to want it as much as me. She doesn't mind it though. Like, sometimes she'll be like, okay, I need a break. I'm gonna go get my nails done by myself. I'm like, all right, go ahead, do what you do, you know? So, like, this is my alone time in the morning. It's very important. Thank you, Haley, for the positive feedback. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Tanza. Yep. I did come a long way. But, I mean, I can't really... I wish I could take all the credit, you know? I can't take all the credit. I didn't do it. It was actually more of taking my hands off the wheel and letting universe... Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here I am in this sleigh, and the universe is the reindeers, and I'm just gonna take my hands off the reins and see where the universe wants me to go. And that's how I ended up here, you know? Leah just said yesterday, she said, could you imagine how weird it would be without the kids right now? Where would we be? Probably still in that little one-bedroom apartment. Our lease would be up right now, this month. Finished watching my Sandy River video. Oh, wow. Did I say Sandy River in the video? Did I say that? That was in Maine, when I lived in Maine. Yeah, no, I can't take all the credit. Not really. Not really. Like, that's one of the things that I try to teach is that it's very important that we don't try to force life, you know? If you try to fight against the universe, don't ever underestimate the universe's potential to fucking kick you on the path that you need to be on, you know? And that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. Like, after my grandfather passed away, I was never in a really good headspace when I was in my early 20s. You know, I was just wacko and gone, you know? And never really made much of myself. Never really did. I, you know, got on drugs and all this shit. And my grandfather passed away, and I made it my life's work to try my hardest to be the man he wanted me to be, you know? And it's like the harder I forced that, the harder the universe was like, no, stop, no, stop, no. Finally, the universe ripped the rug out from under me. And I ended up homeless. I wouldn't take that back for anything in the world, though. My story would make an interesting book, though. It really would. It'd make a very interesting story. Because I could sit and start counting. Like when I was homeless, I had a lot of friends on the streets. I made a lot of friends. And I can just start counting the ones that didn't even survive. They're dead now, you know? Those streets ate them up and devoured them. And I made it out, you know? I survived it. I'm not allowed to go, you know? I used to be real suicidal, too. Really suicidal, like bad, like really bad. And after a couple of attempts, the last attempt was so planned to the T. I planned it for months, and there's no way I lived through what I did to myself, you know? And at that point, I'm sitting in the mental hospital after that because I got caught, you know? And I'm like, dude, I'm just not allowed to go for whatever reason. And the suicidal tendencies, just for the most part, went away. Well, I'm stuck here. I'm stuck. If I live through that, I'm stuck, you know? So, yeah. Yep, yep. I don't even remember where I was going with all that. Thanks, Haley. Appreciate it. Thank you. What'd you say? Things you put into a sentence? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's sometimes it's a blessing and a curse. But it goes back to what I was saying a minute ago about how I'm quiet in real life. A lot of people don't really like, they see me on video and then they see me in real life. And in real life, I'm much more quiet and reserved. And it's because when something comes out of my mouth, it's not random. If I'm explaining a concept to you, like a deep concept, trust, it has cooked in here for a long time. A long time, you know? So I don't just, I'm not one of those people that just, oh, that sounds cute, I'm gonna repeat that, you know? No, no. It goes through a process. There's this process up in here that's really, really extensive before I say something, before I talk about it, you know? Listening to theta, there you go, there you go. I haven't done that in a few days. That guest bedroom up there is also what I call the meditation room. Sometimes, like, if I have a real busy day and I got a lot of readings to do and I'm like halfway through my readings and I'm just getting like, you know, just like fuck, and all the cards look the same. After, you know, you just look at everything and everything looks the same and I'm just like, my brain feels like it's getting scrambled. That's what I'll do. I'll go up there to that guest bedroom and put some theta waves in my ear and just kind of drift away for about an hour, you know? So, yeah, readings can be draining. They can be draining. But I'm much more than a reader, you know? I tell people, what I use tarot cards for is the same thing that an electrician uses his little meter for, you know? Because I understand energy behavior and frequency equalization and I understand how those concepts work, really, if you come to me for a personal reading, the main thing that I am using tarot cards for is just to gauge where your energy is right now. And that's it. I don't really, because I know there's a lot of readers who just stick with one linear timeline, you know? Oh, this is what happened in the past and this is what's going to happen. And that's it. Dude, you are so much more powerful than that. You are so much more powerful than that, you know? Do you know you don't have to stick with that. You telling me that I'm just doomed to this one timeline? Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. I know for a fact that I can pretty much change and create. There goes my ear ringing again. I haven't figured out what the other side is trying to tell me yet when my ear goes, but, you know. Anyway, though. What the hell was I saying? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I use the tarot cards just to gauge where you are right now. And then I hand you tools, you know? So I hand you tools of, okay, well, this is what you can do if you want. But as your energy rests in this now moment, if you just leave it alone and you keep letting your energy roll the way it's been rolling, then this is what's more than likely going to happen. But you can change it at any given time. You know, I can't stress that enough. Because that very first tarot card reading I ever got, that was what was told to me. You know? Tina, it was Tina. A lot of you remember Tina. And this was the first fucking day I met her. Damn, well, a couple days after I even met her. She didn't know who I was. She didn't know nothing about me. You know, I was not on the internet or nothing like that. And she said, well, this is what I see, but you can change this if you want to. And I kept that in mind. And when everything, I mean, to the T of when she said it was going to happen, started happening, and it wasn't good, I had to take control and I had to change it, you know? So that's why I approach readings the way that I do. I'm more of a coach than anything, you know? Which is weird. It's weird, but that's cool. If that's what I'm meant to do right now, okay, well, it is what it is. Be present, find power in the now, yeah. Best way for manifestation? Well, it's a process. I talk about it all the time. You gotta get control of your head. You gotta get control of your head. You don't really manifest anything, not the ego you. That's what I was saying a minute ago when I was talking about how I'm here now, you know. You don't really do much of anything. You do, but you don't. You do very little. The ego part of you does very little. It's more of, identifying when doorways are opening for you and paying attention to your internal guidance system and allowing the universe to do the rest and removing your mind from it. You put your intention into what you want, take action towards it, and then let it go. Because by the time you've done that, you've sent a signal to the universe, this is what I want. And you have to trust that once you sent that signal, this is what I want, you have to let it go and let the universe work. And then whenever you start to kind of feel a little bit more, okay, let me clamp down on it a little bit more, take a little bit more action, and then let it go. Let the universe do the rest. 99% of the time, what you're manifesting is not going to happen in a way you would expect it. It's going to surprise you. It's going to take you by surprise, and it's going to be weird, you know? You can't, the ego, you can't figure out how to do it. If you're manifesting something you've never had, okay? There's two types of manifestations. There's A type and B type. One type, well, A, let's just go ahead and say A type is things you've already had, you know? Like, let's say you really need a car. Well, you've probably bought how many cars in your life? More than one, most of us, you know? So that's a different type of manifestation. You do know, and the ego, you does do a little bit more. But when it comes to something you've never had, a lifestyle you've never had, the relationship you've never had, the income you've never had, all that shit, you know, you don't do very much. You don't do very much. You do just enough towards what it is that you want, and then let it go and let the universe work, you know? So... reading comments. Thank you, beautiful fire. Appreciate the positive feedback. I articulate so damn well. That's cool. I'm glad. It's good to hear the positive feedback that it works, you know? Because that's my number one job, like I was saying yesterday. My job, I mean, even though, yeah, we all want to be, you know, popular, and we all want money and stuff like that, but I don't know, there's just this thing in me that I can't let go of, this thing in me saying, that's all fine and good and well, but that's not what you need to focus on, you know? I don't need to focus on how popular I am or how much money I have. That's not my job. My job is to, I don't want to say awaken the planet, because I don't awaken you. I don't awaken you. If you come to me and you find my videos or whatever, and you find what I say helpful, and you awaken in the process, it's not me awakening you. It's you paying attention to your higher self and paying attention to all the information that you need to awaken yourself. That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. I mean, I have a list of people. I have a list of people that were highly influential on my path. A lot of you know, I've named a lot of them, like Naya, Everyday Masters, of course, my Mind Mastery teacher, you know. There's a group of people, you know. But I can't say that any one of those people woke me up, you know. So I'm kind of reluctant to word it that way. I don't really, because sometimes I say I want to awaken the planet, but I'm not the one awakening anybody, but I'm definitely assisting in that shift, if that makes sense. I'm assisting in that process. So I'm glad to hear that it works, you know. I'm glad to hear that it works. So, oh, did you get a reading from me, Nancy? I'm glad you liked it. Glad you liked it. Cool, cool. Good. I like that positive feedback. I haven't had a complaint about a reading in a long time. But I can only count on one hand the number of people that come to me for readings and get mad. One hand, like maybe 3 people. Out of the hundreds of readings that I've done so far, it's been like 3 people that get mad. I'm so disappointed in my reading. Basically, I didn't tell them what they wanted to hear. But I would like to think that, of course, like I said, I never sought out readings. I never did that. Every reading I've ever had always comes to me. It always comes to me. It's always somebody saying, I need to read for you. Okay, you know. So I would like to think, though, that if I want a reading, if I want clarity, I'm going to study whoever it is I'm buying a reading from. I'm going to like say, okay, I don't know if I want them to read for me. This person, I don't really know if they explain things in a way that I like. And I would think that if it was me, if you're coming to me, you would know that I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sprinkle sugar on your reading. Positive readings do happen. Oh, they happen. You know, it does happen. Like somebody will come to me for a reading and the outcome is very positive, and it's like, dude, hey, you know, I don't just say that. I'm not. If you come to me and your reading is rainbows and unicorn farts, I'm not just saying that. It does happen. You know, but it is good when I hear the positive feedback. You know, and I have 99% like approval rating from everybody that comes to me, and it's cool. Boom, 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 boom. Some readers can feel the negativeness rolling off of them. Yeah, it happens, man. We sage the house a lot. I need an ashtray. Hang on. Hold up. I'll be right back. Ah, my legs hurt so bad. Sun's coming up. How long have I been on here? 37 minutes. Okay. I might stay on for a full hour, maybe. As long as nobody wakes up. If Leah wakes up, I don't know. She likes to get ready before she gets on camera. So I've kind of like, I don't know. I'm one of those types of people that it's taken me a while to, I don't want to say convince her, but like really let her know that, hey, if you want to put on all that makeup, that's fine, but I don't think you need it. I think personally that she's naturally beautiful, you know, and she's slowly starting to accept that. But like when she comes on camera, she likes to get ready. If she's not ready, she does not want to come on camera. So gotta respect that, you know. Look for true what? Readers? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should start watching other readers. Maybe. I don't know. I don't like feeling like I'm influenced by anybody, you know? I don't like feeling like that. Because, I don't know, I just don't like it. Going to bed? Oh, you on a different part of the world? It's morning time here. Yeah, I got a cigar. Black and Mild Jazz. I'm not like a regular smoker. I don't like smoke all day, every day. But on the occasions, I'll have one of these. My readings are unique. That's good, good, good. It wouldn't surprise me if there was somebody out there copying my style. But I'm not one of those readers that's going to get mad about that. I don't care. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me. We all know there's readers out there that like to run their mouth if somebody gets an idea from them. I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching other readers. There's a lot of readers out there that'll get a pissy, shitty attitude if they even think. A lot of times, like with me, with my experience, I've been accused of copying people just like, no, the fuck I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, of course, you know, there's lots of different ways to do it, but after a certain point, I would like to think that all readers are going to do some things the same, you know? But I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. If you see what I'm doing and you get an idea from me and you try it and it works for you, hell yeah, do it then. Do it. Sweet. Cool. I'm glad that I helped you. I'm glad I helped you learn, you know? I just kind of have my own little, and I want to, every day I say, well, I want to start structuring my readings a little bit better because I'm kind of a chaos reader, honestly. Of course, I count my shuffles. Everybody always asks me, why do you shuffle 5 times or whatever? It's a request. I don't know why I started doing it that way. I don't really have a deep explanation for that. I just request when I say, okay, 5 shuffles. I just feel when the deck is ready to start being shuffled, and it's a request. I am requesting, okay, please put the cards in order with 5 shuffles. It's kind of, you know, and then I lay the cards out, and I don't really have a real structured way that I read. Okay, well, this card means this, and this one means this. I have a couple, but for the very most part, it's kind of like whatever yells at me, and it's just like shum, 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 shum. I'm just looking at them like in all different directions, and it's, I don't know, you know. And it's looking back, I had a handful when I very first started reading. I had a handful of readers that I would watch, maybe 10 or 15 of them, and just kind of watch what everybody did, and set for months before I even started, and played with the cards. Okay, well, let me try it this person's way. Not really feeling that. Let me try it this person's way. Not really feeling that. And it just kind of molded into my own thing. What I would do is I would sit and ask questions that I already knew the answer to. That's how I practiced. You know, I would ask, like, for example, I can't remember now, but for example, I would say, like, all right, what is going on with Bob and his mom? Like, I already know what's going on with Bob and his mom. What kind of relationship do they have, you know? And I would shuffle the cards and lay it out and say, oh, okay, well, how is this explaining that answer? So I would take the answer. I already know the answer. And then I would see, okay, well, what's the card's interpretation of that, you know? And, yeah, so I don't give a damn if somebody gets an idea from me. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm not a big-headed, I'm the best tarot reader in the world. No. No. I'm one of many. One of many. You know? So, anyway, I don't know what got me started on that. Oh, my readings are unique. Somebody said my readings are unique. So, that's cool. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Because, again, I stopped watching other readers several months ago, so I have no idea what anybody else is doing. And I don't really remember anybody else's style. I really don't remember. Don't really remember at all. You know, so. I'm an intuitive reader. Uses tarot to tell the story you hear. No, that's how I started. It's evolved a lot in 2 years. So, yeah, a lot of it is intuition, absolutely. A lot of it is. Like, one person can come to me and ask this question, and then Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Death card could come out. And then a few readings later, somebody could come to me and those same 3 cards come out and it means something totally different. It speaks to me in a totally different way. They feel totally different, you know? So, in that sense, yes. In that sense, yes. I go with the good old Seven of Swords. That's the most controversial card in the whole deck, you know? When actually, in actuality, every single card can have dual meanings depending on the nature of the question, depending on the nature of what it is that I'm actually trying to find the answer to or find clarity on, you know? So yeah. How the cards, like, mold together, you know? How they go together. And like I said, Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords together could mean something totally different for you than it could for this person, you know? It's just one of them things, man. It's one of them things. I find it to be very easy. It is draining, but I think it's easy. But I guess most people don't really think it is. But a lot of other people too. I watch people, and it breaks my heart, man. I watch people chasing a career reading tarot, you know? They chase it. And I've tried explaining it to a couple of people. You don't want to chase it. Don't chase a career. You know, you see people posting on social media, call me, or message me to book your appointment or whatever. And it's just like, I've never done that. I've never done that. And I've never seen really a successful reader that does chase clients, you know? The universe we live in has no choice but to make whatever you're chasing run from you. Because that's what you're doing. You're telling the universe, okay, I want a pursuit. Well, if you want a pursuit you are going to have, because the universe is going to make whatever you're chasing run from you. And that's just a very, very simple universal law, you know? And it just breaks my heart watching people do this, but I gave up trying to explain it. Like, I tried to help a few people a year or so ago, you know, look, do it like this. Don't chase, you know, money. Don't chase success. Don't You know what I mean? And it just never quite clicked. It's like there's a very simple formula if you want to become successful doing it. A very simple little formula, and it's not very extensive. It's not like you have this whole big list of rules you have to follow, but there's a few little guidelines, of things you have to do. Marketing is one of them. A lot of people don't like to hear that. Oh, I don't like marketing. Well, then you ain't gonna go nowhere. You know, it is what it is. You may not agree with this system that we're in, but there are some things that's just the way it is. You have to market a certain way. And I don't know. Kind of a dead end stop there at that. I've been your life coach. Oh, wow. Cool. That's neato. Appreciate the positive feedback, y'all. Thank you. Personality. Yeah, that's another big one too, Annette. Personality. There was a specific reader that I'm not going to name. I'm not going to name anybody publicly. I'm not here to bash anybody, But they were really boring. Like, I would go to watch one of their videos and I'd be 30 seconds into it, like, and I'd be like, look, don't fake it. It's not, oh, well, I don't want to be fake. I'm not telling you to be fake. What I'm saying is you have energy, okay? You have energy. And you have to do something specific with this energy. And for me, I harness the energy of fire. We all have access to all the energies. We all have access to air, earth, fire, and water. I don't care if you're an air sign. I don't care if you're an earth sign or whatever. You have the power to harness the energy of fire. That's the energy that I harness when I'm doing what I do. That explosive passion, And so, no, don't fake it. Don't be somebody that you're not. All you do is you take your energy and you transmute it into something different. You know what I mean? There's a difference between being fake and purposely misleading somebody and transmuting your energy for the sake of whatever it is you're doing, Whenever I would work day jobs, I ran on nothing but the earth element. Nothing but the earth elements. Hardcore back-breaking work, right? When I work day jobs. Now, a little bit of earth, but mainly fire. I harness the energy of fire more than anything when I do what I'm doing. So, yes, personality is a big one. And I will say this, that this person I'm talking about is an earth sign, a Capricorn, okay? And yes, I get it. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn can very easily be boring people. But I have a really heavy Virgo influence. I have moon and rising in Virgo, okay? Oh, I can be the most boring bump on a log in the world, But when I'm getting on camera and I am like, okay, here I'm about to deliver this message that people need to hear, I need to take the earth and go, okay, you sit over here for a minute. Fire. Makes sense? I hope it makes sense. That's the best way I can think to explain it right now. Best way I can think to explain it. You want to manifest some things I've never had? You can do it. Hang on, let me see. Very hard to get. Can you give you an example? You don't take actions after you put your intention. You don't do that. You need to have all four elements facing in the same direction, okay? So whatever it is that you want, let's just say, for example, you want to manifest a six-figure business. You want to be a successful business owner making no less than $100,000 a year. Well, you have to start talking about it. Okay, you have to have your air, your thoughts, your ideas, your concept, your intellect, all your elements have to be going in the same direction. So you don't take action and then put intention. It's kind of, you do it all the same. Like what I did. I signed up with a network marketing team. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea, Had to take, okay, I wanted to be a business owner. I wanted to be successful. So I was like, okay, all right, well, the first thing I see that I can take action towards, I'm gonna do it. It's a process. But again, if you want to manifest something you've never had, you are doing very little. If you spend every hour of every day constantly, obsessively trying to force it, that's the hardest way to achieve anything as possible. And it's going to be real slow and real painstaking and real drawn out. And there's going to be a lot of heartache, a lot of migraines, a lot of frustration, and a lot of low vibrations. It'll drain your vibration if you spend every hour of every day. But that's what I did, because I didn't really know how to get inside and flip the switch. You know? Didn't really know how to do that. So that's the process you have to learn over time. You have to learn how to do just a little bit of action. A little bit of action. Let's say you want to buy a house. Well, I've never thought of owning a home. Well, let's just say you want to. Take action towards it. Okay, well, let me go sit, and I've done this before. Let me go sit down with a mortgage person. You've got to take action towards that, okay? Well, I'm going to make a call, schedule an appointment, and go to the place and sit down with a mortgage company. And we'll talk to them. Most they can say is, no, you're not approved. Cool, well, I took action towards that. The universe knows what I want. Now, rest assured that just because you walk away from that does not mean that the universe is not saying, okay, here we go. As soon as you take your mind off of it and you stop thinking about that, the universe is like, okay, putting you on this path. Okay, lighten up the path. I see what you want. I see what you want. Things are aligning out here. The universe is responding to that. Oh, okay, this person wants to buy a home. Okay, so now things are starting to line up. You know? The only way you can fail is if you abandon the path. If you want to buy a home and you go sit down with a mortgage company and they say, nope, you're not approved. And you say, all right, well, fine, fuck it. I guess I'm just not meant to own a home. And you abandon the path, then yeah, you'll never accomplish what it is that you want. But you say, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Then maybe I'm gonna take this thing that I want and I'm gonna set it over here in the corner. I'll come back to it later. And weeks later, months later, whenever you want, and come back to it. Okay, well, let me take some more action. I don't know what to do. Let me call up another mortgage company. Sit down and see if they say the same thing or if they say something different. And yes, it's very likely that you could sit down with a totally different mortgage company and they could tell you the same thing. Nope, sorry, you're not approved. Oh, okay. Rest assured, universe sees exactly what you want and everything is lining up for you. Okay? You just have to let the universe do the vast majority of the work. The vast majority of it. And eventually, you don't even realize. Okay, all right, well, I'm going to set that aside for, I'm just going to forget about that for now and just focus on what I'm doing. Next thing you know, you get fired from your job. Shit. Well, you're down in the dumps. Well, I'm going to go out to eat with my friend, and I end up running into the stranger who gets to talking. One thing leads to another. I'm partnering up with this person, and I got this, we come together with this big business. Boom, it blows up. Next thing you know, a year later, I have the money to buy a house outright. I had no clue, had no idea. Quit thinking about it, wasn't even worried about it. That idea of buying a home was completely, I just put that to the side and wasn't even thinking about it. And then next thing you know, when you least expect it, boom, here it is for you, you know? So that's just a wild example that I just conjured up and spit out off the top of my head of the way manifestation works. You have to put action and intention towards it. And once you do that, know for a fact, universe knows exactly what you want. Pay attention to your internal guidance system from that point. Don't try to force it. Don't try to, you know, let universe do the rest. And it will. It will. Just like I know the sun is rising from the east and it's going to cross over my head and set in the west. I know that. I don't have to sit around and wonder, oh my God, is the sun gonna make it over to that? Oh my God, what if the sun doesn't make it over there today? I don't have to do that. I just let the sun do its thing without thinking about it, with that exact same level of certainty and faith that the sun is going to cross over the sky and set over there. I know the universe is lining up everything that I need and everything that I want. And I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Whoever wanted to know that. I'm going to be getting out of here in a couple of minutes, though, coming up on an hour. I hope this chat was helpful. this is fun. I think I can dig doing this in the morning. Again, no promises, no promises. I hate doing that every single time I say, I'm gonna start chatting. And then for whatever reason, I just don't feel like it or things come up. And I say I'm gonna chat more and then I go like a month without doing a chat. So I'm not gonna promise anything, but I'm digging this little morning routine because I'm not on social media anymore. And in my opinion, this can be more productive. This can be more productive than just kind of mindlessly scrolling Facebook, watching all this negative, low vibrational shit all over social media. You know what I mean? And I can help people. I can chat and help people. So, but anywho, appreciate y'all for tuning in. I ended up actually having readings yesterday. I didn't think that I did. And then when Leah woke up, she says, yeah, you have 4 readings today. I was like, oh, okay. Because we did go to the DMV finally. Out here in Vegas, good Lord, man. It's so crowded here, okay, that she bought a brand new car, okay? When we first got the kids, we traded her car for this SUV. She didn't like the SUV. So she said, babe, can I buy a car? I was like, sure, I don't care. Yeah, why not? She goes, I want a car. I hate this damn thing. I said, sure, fuck it. Let's go buy a car then. So we went, I don't remember, I think we went to the Mazda dealership for the, some kind of maintenance or something like that, get the oil changed or something like that. And she said, okay, well, let's buy a car today. So we ended up buying her a brand new car. And I took the SUV because I love the SUV. I think it's fucking awesome. It's a CX-5 2020. I love it. I was like, hell yeah, I love this car. You know, I have no problem with this one. So if you don't like it, hell yeah, let's buy you one. Well, she got a temp tag, and it's so crowded here in Vegas that you have to schedule your appointment with the DMV, and it'll be months out, to the point to where even the police know. They know that if your tags expire, it's okay. They know that they put like an extra 60 days or 90 days or something like that after the expiration date, and it's just kind of something that the cops out here know, apparently. So if they get behind you and your temp tags are expired, they already know that, yeah, whatever, they ain't gonna get pulled over. So we finally went to the DMV and spent a big old bunch of money registering both of our cars and getting Nevada IDs. We both got Nevada IDs now. And so yeah, I forgot that I told her that since we did that, it cost us a few $1,000s. And I said, yeah, let's just go ahead and start scheduling me on the weekends, or at least one weekend day. And I totally forgot about that. So I ended up having readings yesterday, and I don't know if I do today. I don't know. Doing videos regarding meanings of the cards. Maybe, but I haven't looked at the book in a long time. So, maybe one of these days. I haven't looked at the textbook meaning of the cards in a long time. So I'm not really confident right now that I could give an accurate textbook meaning. I could give you my meaning, you know, I could give you mine, but it's going to be totally different for me than it is for you. Maybe. Door is always open for possibility. Maybe I could share something with you and you could like sit down and do something like me and it totally work for you and you totally give accurate readings with my style or an idea of mine. And that's totally cool. But it's just not very common that happens, you know, because every individual is so unique that the way they read, if you're genuinely reading, is going to be different for everybody, you know? So, maybe. What they mean to me? Maybe. I'll think about that. I can't promise anything, but I'll think about that. Balance your elements. Scorpio Sun, Sagittarius Moon. Wow. That'd be an interesting Scorpio and Saggy. Yeah. Well, balance is very good. To me, it's not just, I don't really like to feel like I'm being pulled around by my energies, you know? One of the most important things you can do with astrology is once you understand the energies that govern you, you vibrate higher than it. Have you ever noticed that people who don't believe in astrology, oh, astrology's a crock of shit, that's blah, 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 whatever, you know, they act more like their sign than any other person that actually does understand astrology. Once you begin to gain an understanding of the energies and how it works and and all that stuff, you kind of start to break the boundaries of your sign a little bit more, you know, because now you are vibrating higher than it. And you, as the entity that you are that is bound by nothing, has the ability to take those energies and you control them rather than vibrating lower than those energies and having them pull you around. Does that make any sense? That's what I like to do. So I don't even really like to just stick to my energies. I do have times where I say, okay, all right, time to flick the Virgo switch on, you know, boom, and just go into straight blob, boring, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I gotta get this work done and make sure everything is done properly and blah, 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 blah. You know, that boring shit in Virgo that I have in me. And there's other times where I'm like, man, dude, it's time to just float around up in the sky and be a fucking airhead Aquarius, you know. And my Venus is in Pisces. I definitely tap into that for my love life, for sure, you know. But I like to just be able to, regardless of my energies, be able to harness air, earth, fire, and water whenever I want, you know. This is just my opinion. I think that's the goal, you know. I think that's the goal. Anyway, though, y'all, I think I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I think I'm going to go ahead and get out. A little over an hour. I kind of like to keep the chats at around an hour, you know. Anything over an hour, I just think is overdoing it. That's just how I feel about it. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I may possibly go public on my main channel. Can't promise nothing, but anyway, until next time, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I'll see you later. Have a good one.